Vinny says, well hey, how ya doing there? Hi, I'm Magshadow Light 2. What's this place? Says. Hi, Keenaver sent me to ask you for an arc crystal says. Vinny says this is the apartment complex that I run. We remodeled due to a huge rat problem. We still have a few here and there though. Vinny says chat with my manager over there for more details. We've got a nice new program in place. Vinny says well hey, how ya doing there? Hi, I'm Magshadow Light 2. What's this place? Says. Hi, Keenaver sent me to ask you for an arc crystal says. Vinny says of course she did. Girl's been wanting that crystal for ages. Alright, fine, she can have it. I stuck it in one of the storage rooms downstairs. You'll have to work out my categorizing system and go fetch it yourself though, if you wanna get it. It's under magical science or something like that. How do I do that? Says. Vinny says have a look at this book, work out which block the arc crystal would be in, then check the rows of categories down here to find the storage room you should visit. Talk to my storeroom manager down there if you need more help. Thank you, says. Vinny says say nothing of it. Hey, maybe come buy some ender chest expansions from my apartment manager over there too, eh? Welcome Red Revenant to the server. A little spark 1/2, head to the basement. Keenaver says amazing. Oh my goodness, this arc crystal is just beautiful. Thank you so much. Let me help you out here. I'm gonna give you a little zap of this crystal, which should grant you right around 10 experience levels. With that, you can go buy that ender chest expansion Vinny's having his manager sell now. Thank you, says. Kinevra says there you go. Now, about the King's Station here. It's pretty simple. You go somewhere, you find the teleporter there, you step on it, it brings you back here. Now you can always go back through to whichever location you teleported in from, as much as you'd like. I hope you use it well. A little spark complete. Awarded 10 levels and some knowledge about the King's Station. Mage's Legacy, Vargo. Storeroom manager says welcome to the storerooms. Do you have any questions? What is this place, says. Apartment manager says good evening. Generally I'd offer you information about the apartments right about now, but we have rented out all of our rooms. How would you like to learn about ender chest expansions instead? What's an ender chest expansion, says. How can I obtain an ender chest expansion, says. What happened to the apartments, says. Apartment manager says ender chest expansions are a revolutionary new invention, allowing you to increase the size of your storage space through shulker boxes that can only function when placed inside your ender chest. Apartment manager says good evening. Apartment manager says why, I can sell them to you, of course. For 10 levels, I can give you 3 ender chest expansions as a one-time only offer. You can't get any more than this, so don't give them away. I'll take them, says. Primo Boss Doge was slain by a zombie. Apartment manager says wonderful. Thank you for your business. Apartment manager says good evening. Generally I'd offer you information about the apartments right about now. Apartment manager says rats. Rats everywhere. We had to tear them to the ground and rebuild. It isn't all bad though. We have rented all of our rooms for the first time in years. Quest guide says hello there. Says bandit troubles. Bane of the bakers. Monumenta quests. Monumenta quests. Buildmaster Jr. says, hey you, adventurer, yes, you. Come to the Buildmaster's workshop, to the right of the jeweler. I need help with the delivery, and I'll pay you if you complete it for me. Flashy says, hey mate. You look like the kind of guy that runs a lot, wanna race? What do you mean by race, says. Flashy says, you run, you try to beat my time, you win a prize if you succeed. Easy eh? Let's give it a go, says. I'm too tired of running, says. Flashy says, that's what I like to hear. Wanna run down of the rules, or do you just wanna go? Quest, flash in the pan. Length, short. Difficulty, easy. Follow the race markers to beat Flashy's race. Let's go right now, says. Sure, I'll listen to the rules, says. Flashy says, pretty simple stuff. Run through the rings you see. Every time you pass through one, you'll get a bit more time to get to the next, and so on. You gotta reach the end with time still left, and if ya do, you beat my time. Okay then, let's go, says. Flashy says, here we go. Reminder. Shift plus left click, abandon. Shift plus right click, retry. 1:900. 6:102. 11:500. Buildmaster Jr. says, lovely. Buildmaster Jr. says, lovely. I need you to travel around this beautifully designed capital city of Seer Haven, no bias of course, and gather a few items for me. There's been some recent bandit attacks around this area, and I'd like to send a supply package to the neighboring town of NYR. I'll do it, says. Maybe later, says. Buildmaster Jr. says, excellent. Quest, supply and demand. Length, short. Difficulty, easy. Help Buildmaster Jr. with the supply package for the neighboring town of NYR. Buildmaster Jr. says, so I've got a little shopping list here. We're going to need 32 glass blocks, 16 arrows, and 5 pieces of cooked chicken. Here's some money to pay for it all, though feel free to keep it if you can gather the items yourself. Let me know when you've got it all. Where can I get glass, says. Where can I get arrows, says. Where can I get cooked chicken, says. Buildmaster Jr. says, east, down the road, inside the workshop. The block suppliers sell it. If you check your quest compass, it should point there. Where can I get cooked chicken? Buildmaster Jr. says, head west from the town square, then go into the third building on your right. Look for an arrow that is on display in a frame outside. If you check your quest compass, it should. Buildmaster Jr. says, so I've got a little shopping list here. We're going to need 32 glass blocks, 16 arrows. Buildmaster Jr. says, head west from the town square, then take the second right. Take the right immediately after that and be on the lookout for meat and leather. If you check your quest compass, it should point there. Supply and demand, bring the supply. Supply and demand, bring the supplies to Pauline in N. Pauline said, "Are those the supplies Buildmaster Jr. promised me?" "They are," says. Pauline says, "Amazing. He really pulled through. Here's a signed receipt for him. I know how much he loves being official like that. If you're going to head back to him now, I really suggest taking the teleporter. It's just a few houses down, near the middle of town, and offers fast travel between here and the capital." Supply and demand, return. Well, there. Thank you so much for your help, friend. You've done a good deed today. As promised, here's your compensation. Supply and demand complete. Awarded 96 experience bottles. Buildmaster Jr. says thank you again for your help. If I have more work for you in the future, I'll be sure to let you know. Lego 8 has defeated the endless effect. Quest guide says bandit troubles. Monumenta quests, finding the starting NPC for Bane of the Bakers. Monumenta quests, finding the star. Stefan says you look like the kind of guy who likes pretzels. You know who makes pretzels? Me, Stefan, young pretzel maker extraordinaire. Aren't you a bit young to be running a business, says. Where are your pretzels, says. Stefan says, well, I've had a bit of an issue. The bakers stole my recipe. Don't ask me why, they're just jerks and like taking things from little kids. If you could get my recipe back, I'll give you all the pretzels you can eat and more. I'm almost out of stock to sell. I'll get the recipe, says. Maybe I'll have time later, says. Congratulations. Meme Lord the Third has bought the fruit of life from knight errant Renard. Stefan says thanks. That head baker will get what he deserves. You can find him in the bakery on the opposite side of the apartment complex. Quest, Bane of the Bakers. Length, short. Difficulty, easy. Retrieve Stefan's pretzel recipe from the bakers in the bakery. Using the official Monumenta resource pack is highly recommended. Mage's Legacy, Vargos will want to speak to you. Ask him about the Capitslo was slain by 4 Elyagar. Bane of the Bakers, ask the head baker about his pretzel recipe. Head baker says, hello there. Is there any way I can help you? Do you have a pretzel recipe I could borrow, says. Capitslo was slain by 4 Elyagar. Head baker says, Gah. That dastardly kid must have sent you for it? No, we're not giving our recipe away, especially not to that kid. Go tell him he's out of luck. Bane of the Bakers, tell Stefan about the head baker's unwillingness to give up the recipe. Stefan says, I should have guessed they wouldn't give it up that easily. We're going to have to take it ourselves. Stefan says, so here's the plan. The bakers have a large kitchen below their shop. The entrance is right behind the shop and leads down to a trap-filled baking and storage area. You're going to have to go in there and hunt for the recipe and then bring it back to me. I'd be careful, you have to jump around a bunch and I'm scared of heights, which is why I haven't gone down there myself. Good luck. Bane of the Bakers, break into the baker's kitchen and steal the recipe. Bane of the Bakers, break into the bake. Bane of the bakers, you've got. Stefan says awesome. This recipe is perfect. Here, I baked some pretzels just for you. These should keep you going for a while. Also, here's a fun little toy I use sometimes. It's really great for helping me focus and might help you too. Bane of the bakers complete. Awarded fidget spinner and 32 pretzels.